Ah. Hello. Hi, hello everyone. Hi. How is everyone today? It's Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Good? Okay, yeah. That's good. Yeah, hopefully no one has to, well, it's Sunday, so, school is out of the question, but hope nobody has to, like, work today. I know. I mean, I technically worked Easter, but, like, only very early morning, so, like, up to like 7 a.m. But I don't have work tonight, so I'm happy. Although, I feel like nobody there even like acknowledged that it was Easter when it turned midnight or any time after. I wonder if they just forgot or they just didn't care. Most likely they just didn't care. They don't seem like a festive bunch. I mean, neither am I, but and what was especially not very Easter-like of them is that like half of them left when there was still work to be done, so I had to stay a little late. I mean, technically, like, I could have left. My job was done, but there was this other guy there, and he's been at this job for like 26 years or something, and I'm just like, bro, I've got to help him out. Like, I don't know, like he's got to go back to his family or whatever. It's Easter morning, so I decided to stay and help him out a bit. All the other like employees like that were like in my position, like in my like because this was like technically a different department. Like this guy was this guy that I'm helping gets paid like much more than me, so I'm like doing his job. What do I do for a job? Just work at a grocery store just for some extra money. It's really how I afford to like, it's how I afford like anything, like doing this streaming stuff, like being able to buy like buying this computer, being able to play games for you all, and stuff like that. Any new I'm planning like new, I want to keep spicing things up with new like new stuff every now and then. I haven't been able to like do much. You haven't seen much like since I got my overlay, like it's probably like more than 6 months ago at this point. I haven't been able to get much for the stream. I don't know, actually. I've like forgotten what I've been spending my money on. It's a lot of things. I think one thing is that I upgraded my like entire room desk setup thing so that I just have like optimal everything, right? So like I've got the fancy sound system, got like all the streamer buttons, got all the monitors I could ever need, stuff like that, right? But like actual like visual, like the cool stream stuff, like maybe like animation transitions or backgrounds, anything. Nah, I haven't been able to commission any of that, unfortunately. But Sasi, hi small kuya, so hi Chobo, hello. For my first job, I'm gonna try to get a job at the local cafe because it's only a 5-minute walk. That's very convenient. I would totally take that if I could. Because for a lot of people, um, actually like getting to and from the place is like a substantial. It's like actually a substantial amount of their day because in a lot of cities, like very very industrial, not industrial, but in a lot of very like urban cities, like the places where people want to live, right? So it's going to be expensive to actually live in the city, like where all the stuff actually is. At least where I am, like it's like very expensive unless you want to live in like a shoebox, and then even then it is more expensive than like an actually nice place that is maybe a little more far away. So most people just usually go for the place a little more far away, and then they usually travel. It could be anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour to work, maybe longer. Some people I know, like California is especially bad for this. Like some people like travel stupid amounts of distance to get to work every day because they can't afford to live anywhere near the city, which is crazy. I feel like if you're being employed in a city, then that job should be able to cover the cost of living for that city. Like that just seems like it should work like that, but it doesn't. So a lot of people, they have to live farther away, much farther away sometimes. Fortunate. I mean, yeah, that is the case for a lot of things. But like, if you, it's not really like, you know, just working at like a cafe or like a whatever. You know, there's like places to work all around. It's just that those don't make a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, especially if you don't have like travel. If you can't travel by your own means, then yeah, obviously that would be your only option, would to be able to walk. But for someone like me, that's not feasible. Unfortunately, I wish it was. It'd be cool to be able to walk to work. But yeah, I had to drive. I had to learn how to drive. I had to get a car and learn how to drive just so I could like actually do anything. Because after the pandemic, well, I mean during the pandemic, pretty much. It was like when everything was like getting, you know, when stuff was getting slightly back to normal, my parents suggested to me, you know, maybe you should probably start integrating with society now, pretty much, because I graduated high school, not been able to do much because of the pandemic. And so I had to get a car. That was like the first thing, because I couldn't get anywhere. The closest anywhere is way too far to walk. Well, it's not that far, but like you'd probably get hit by a car because the drivers aren't very good here. So I would not trust that, especially like my job. I literally work at night, so like no, no, that's impossible. I feel like I really wish it didn't have to be like that. Because, I mean, I don't mind driving, but there's a lot of people who do, or they can't drive for whatever reason. They might have something, you know, it could be anything. That, I think one common thing that, stops people from being able to drive or being able to get a license is like seizures, I think. Like if you have seizures that are like unpredictable, then it could be pretty unsafe to get behind a wheel. So Like in a case like that, if you live in like America or something, and you're not in like a big city, like what are you what are you supposed to do? Like you literally can't get anywhere. You have to be like wheeled around everywhere, like your like luggage. It's you know, it's pretty unfortunate for that, but I mean like that's just the cost of a country being so huge. It's so god darn huge, you know. So that's just what has to happen. So I actually have a list of things that I want to talk about because I've not done a chatting stream in a while. I'm very like I really like doing chatting streams, but I'm very, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word here. I don't always know if I can make it interesting, cause I'm not like exactly out and about like doing interesting things all the time. So it takes me a while to actually gather enough things to even talk about. I mean, I have like my own interests and stuff that are like cool, I guess, but a lot of those things are very niche, and I doubt like most of you care about like a lot of the stuff that I would talk about like on a daily basis, I guess. But I have some interesting stuff that has happened in like the past, I think especially this week. Some stuff has happened that I want to talk about. I need to get my notes up. Oh, my headphone cable. Oh. It always gets stuck. The headphone cable is so long, it always gets stuck like underneath my chair, and I always like accidentally wheel over it. I'm surprised the cable's still like working. I'm glad, because if it got damaged, I wouldn't be able to replace it, because it's like it's bound to the headset. So like, oh, why is that there? There we go. Friendly Geordies? Yeah, that's an Australian YouTuber. Very political YouTuber, like political activism. But yeah, I don't think I'm subscribed to them, but like I've watched their coverage, and like their house got like firebombed, and they got like threatened by like the government several times. It was like crazy going on over there. Some crazy stuff going on. I feel like in a lot of places, I mean, sometimes you don't really know how like until something comes up, sometimes people don't question like institutions, you know? Like everyone thinks that they'll be fine until something actually happens, and then you're like, oh, these people actually aren't on my side. And that's like with the government sometimes. So hello Navi, welcome. That's crazy though. I wouldn't think like, you'll see the rules here. The rules are, I think there's rules in the description. I know you can make like live stream rules that are like on top of the chat, but that was a new feature, so I haven't been able to like convert the rules and like put them on the chat, like the new thing. I probably should do that soon though, because that is easier. You know, most people don't look in the description. I'm like one of the only weird people that actually checks the description. I don't know, is that weird? Am I weird for that? I feel like it's a rare thing, because I always see comments asking things Konnichiwa. Hello. Is that supposed to be like konnichiwa? Konnichiwa. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. That's some that's some like Eminem tier wordplay right there. Can you be my ghostwriter? Yeah, it is cute. You came up. That's like, is that your greeting? I don't know. I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever like. The thing about live streams is that like oftentimes people will only show up like 2 hours in, so like you often have to repeat stuff that you say in the beginning of the stream. And I sometimes do it if I like announce something or I see that new people come in. Sometimes I'll reiterate stuff actually that I said very early on. But maybe I'll like add more to it or something like that, just so that like the people who already did hear it aren't like annoyed. Okay, I have my ooh, okay. Is it Easter? Yeah, it is Easter. It's Easter Sunday, at least where I am. I think it should be Easter Sunday literally everywhere, I think. At this point, like right now, it should be Easter Sunday. I don't know what time zone would not be Easter Sunday right now. Is there like I don't think there's a time zone that's like 24 hours ahead. That would be impossible. Is it? I have no idea. I've never looked at like every time zone, you know. So I have no idea actually. Okay. Well, I have so many. While I've been working, if anything, like just literally anything that I might want to talk about comes to mind, I like write it down immediately. I just like pull out my phone and like make a very. You're leaving? All right. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, I have written a lot of things down that I want to talk about with you all. The only issue with that is that they don't really flow well. Like they don't flow together really well. It's not like I have one topic and then it transitions into another topic. It's just a bunch of random things. Like if I were to just read them out, on the top of the list, there's a there's a line that just says Japan. And I have no idea why. And then towards the bottom, there's one that just says Barbie. So they have there's no continuity here. It's like how do you even get from Japan to Barbie? You just don't. But it's alright. We can not have a very free-flowing conversation. That's fine. I'm going to get closer if you don't mind. I don't know, how close do you like me being? I'd be like right here if you want. That'd be good. I have to cover you up a little bit to be right in the middle. That's fine. Okay. You're so cute. No, you. What do I want to talk about? I think I wrote too many things. You always make my day. Aw, what? No, you're too kind. Talk about religion? Are you trying to like... I mean, it is Easter, but... Since it's Easter, I get... But like... The streamers just don't talk about religion. That's like one of the things that they usually avoid. I mean, I don't personally shy away. Like, if a conversation naturally leads to a topic like that, I will not shy away, because I don't think you should simply shy away from something because some people find it controversial. If I want to talk about it, I will talk about it, but like, I really have no input on religion right now. Sometimes I do, but not right now, not really. Is Easter a religious holiday? Well, obviously, yeah, it is. Hi, Chaser, welcome. Chaser's a friend of mine. Friend. They like playing military-esque games, which I've not played a lot of recently. There hasn't been a lot of good ones coming out. Though, you were playing one earlier. I saw a little bit of your stream because I wanted to see what it was about. It just looked like Call of Duty, but in third person. I don't know. I wasn't really like too sold on it. I like the visuals of it, but it's like, I always ask like, how long, like, is this really worth, like, because I'm so stretched for time nowadays. So it's like, if I'm playing a game, then like it's gotta be pretty good, and it's gotta make good stream content as well, because I've like Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, okay, no thanks. I don't really like Rainbow Six Siege. I tried to get into it. The operator nonsense, but like that's why I don't like Valorant as well. And I also don't like Valorant because every single like video I've seen with Valorant is like so cringe. Put more tags? I have, the tags are completely full. I can tell you how many tags I have. Not obviously not in like the titles and stuff like that, but like I don't actually know what tags in the titles even do. But every YouTube video has like embedded tags that you put. You can't see them without an extension though. Happy Easter! Happy Easter, Shadow Hour, thank you! When you like set up a video to be uploaded or set up a live stream, you have to like add tags so like, you know, YouTube knows who to suggest your stream to or whatever. And you can't see it, but unless you have an extension, like a browser extension. But how many tags do I have? Am I using? There's a limit. There's like a character limit. There's a 500 character limit. And I've pretty much used all of it. I've gotten 450 characters, which is just like individual letters, but like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have more than 40 tags. So like I tag pretty much anything, like any kind of keyword that you would put in to like want to watch VTubers. You know, anything relating to the name Alois. I try to get those tags in as well, because those are important. You know, having individual tags. Like if someone wants to find me in particular, then I have to make sure that they can actually find me, and so I have to tag my stuff appropriately for that. I wish there was a... For YouTube tags, it's only 500 characters. And that's because they don't want people... Because people, what they do a lot is just use irrelevant tags. Like if they have too much room to just put whatever they want, then they'll just try to like they'll try to just like get everything, you know, try to just get their video seen by as many people as possible. I think there was even like a term for that. Like fake tag, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's been fine for me. I don't think like new people, I think if I didn't do it right, then new people would never find my stream. And the fact that new people do find my stream every once in a while probably means that it's working. It's just that it also scales on how many viewers you already have. And you know how big your channel is and stuff like that, and how successful it is. So good search engine, not good like tag optimization and good like SEO or whatever terms you want to throw out there, that'll only get you so far. It's like a snowball effect. But for where I'm at right now, like only 500 subscribers, I think the discovery is pretty good, honestly. Pick an egg for me to eat. I don't think eggs of any of these... Are they chocolate eggs? Because I don't think I would ever eat a blue egg. I think I would be afraid. It came from like an alien or something. But if it's a chocolate egg, then go for the gold, I guess. Why not? I got a chocolate egg from work. A coworker gave it to me. He had like a whole bag of them. They were probably just extras or something. But I got a singular chocolate egg that I didn't eat because I wasn't really in the mood for chocolate. So I just like put it aside. Yeah, happy Easter, I guess. Okay. So recently, right? What have I been recently doing? Oh my gosh. I think I wrote too much stuff down. I don't know which. I've got like the opposite problem where at first, like my first problem was that I didn't have enough to talk about. So in order to counteract that, I started writing stuff down. Now I wrote too much stuff down, and now I don't know which one to pick. I don't know. Why is this like so difficult for me right now? Oh, we were talking about... Yeah. Wait, did the subtitles say something? It gets stuff wrong sometimes. So it might say something a bit silly sometimes. Egg boy. Hello web. Oh, did you see my DM, by the way? It was pretty important. I'm on your mama? Is that what it said? Oh no. Yes, okay, good. You just did spring cleaning? I don't believe you. I don't believe me. I don't believe you. Show me a picture of your room right now. I don't believe you. On Twitter. Oh, you did spring cleaned your Twitter. Do I watch South Park? No. I mean, I've seen some episodes of South Park. Some are good, I think. I think the one I've seen the most is the Game of Thrones episode. I don't know why. I think because like there was a whole video game based on it. Am I going to find eggs? Well, I got a chocolate egg from work. A singular chocolate egg. So I found the egg. I don't really want any more. I'm good with that. I'm good. You love the characters. Are you? I see on Twitter sometimes. Twitter's wild. Like, I don't know what's happening to it, but like I'm starting. There's, you know that whole meme like, this tweet has left the target audience. That's like every tweet now. I feel like. Because I actually saw some like. There's like people. I mean it's not yours is glue trapped. I also see that, but I saw like South Park like fan art and like South Park like AU stuff, and I'm just like, what? I was just surprised because like it's it's BK. BK in the glue trap? Oh no, is BK a South Park person? Oh. Are they... See, I wish they didn't like remove this, I wish they didn't remove that, like, it used to tell you who liked this tweet. So, like, if a tweet that you don't, like, if a random tweet shows up on your timeline, it's usually because, like, someone liked it, or someone's following that account and it just recommended it, but like I literally wouldn't know because they removed that little signifier, so I have no idea who's putting it on my timeline. So okay, interesting. Also, the more I look at your eyes, the more you remind me of Himeno from Chainsaw Man. Himeno? I haven't watched Chainsaw Man. I haven't been keeping up with anime. Though I really need to, because like a bunch of like seasons of like anime that I've been like literally looking forward to for years have been coming out, and I've just like I've just been like ignored it. Like I've been like, I do not see. Okay, I will look her up, I guess. Himeno. Hashtag Himeno sweep. Oh, okay, it's this person. Okay. Yeah, I've seen them. On Twitter. I have Chainsaw Man people on Twitter. Chainsaw Man men. Share your screen? No, I know who it is. Like it instantly showed. Like it's nice. Pretty popular character. Yeah, it's the you know, one hair, it's like hair of the eye type thing. You know, one eye, silly girl. I think they're a girl. I don't know, I only saw a face shot. There are a lot of shoujo anime this season. which type is that again? Shoujo is like no, what is shoujo again? I keep forgetting these words. Shoujo is like web flavor. Okay, so it's like Sailor Moon type beat. Okay, an eye patch. Okay, I mean her hair is also like in her eyes, kind of. This her hair is black and also the eye patch is black, so I really could not tell. I only glanced at it. Yeah, I actually like those as well. Like K-On! K-On! Was great. And I've watched like a hideous amount of them because I used to pay for Crunchyroll, so I had to get my use, I had to get use out of it. So I watched like pretty much every 6 out of 10 slice of life that there is Well, it probably has a lot more on it now. It was really barren back then for some reason. Like, it was the place to get anime, yet, like, there was barely any anime on it. Like, I got through all of the ones I wanted to watch so quickly. And then, like, whenever there was something that, like, I thought would be, like, one of them was Soul Eater. I really want to watch Soul Eater. Not anymore, but back then I wanted to watch it to see what the hubbub was about. And I couldn't because I only used Crunchyroll and it wasn't on Crunchyroll. Why? It's like a really popular anime. Why wouldn't it be on Crunchyroll? Like, apparently Funimation had it, was the reason. But then they merged for a while. They unmerged though. Because Sony acquired Funimation, so they went, oop. Never mind. And Funimation is free. Well, I don't care anymore, I'm over it. Like, there was a time where I could have watched it, because Sony owns both? When did they own both? When did this happen? Because I remember that there was this merger app. I forgot what it was called, but it had like Crunchyroll on it. It had Funimation. It had like Rooster Teeth, and it had like a bunch of these weird like other podcast / show things on it, like all this nerd geek stuff that I didn't really care about. Because I remember you could also watch Ruby on it as well, and all the other like garbage Rooster Teeth shows. Originally owned by Sony. What? Yeah, VRV. Yeah, exactly. I used to have a membership to VRV. What happened to it? Does it still exist? I don't know. I stopped watching anime when VTubers came out. It was literally like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Especially because at that point I had watched literally everything I wanted to watch pretty much. Except for maybe a few. But at that point I just like wanted something new. Because I think like from when I was like 13 to like, I don't know, probably like 19, 20. I watched so much anime. I was an anime fiend. Don't shit on Rooster Teeth. I mean, there were some really bad things that like came out from the company. I like a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff too, as well. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that came out of it, but like also some of the people behind those things are unfortunately not the best people. But that's par for the course. That happens often. I don't exactly remember what happened with Rooster Teeth, but something went down. Someone had to be expelled. I don't know. I don't like keep up with the drama anymore. The simplified icon? I don't think that was the controversy. I think the controversy was much worse. In the last episode of Owl House, I'm gonna spoil it for you, right? Just kidding. I don't know what happens, but I saw people posting it on Twitter. I was gonna tell you, but it said I'm pretty sure it was spoilers, so I didn't send it to you. Okay, bye. What even happened with Rooster Teeth? I can't even remember. You will come watch it with me. What? I didn't watch the first however many episodes. What would I get from watching the last episode? That doesn't seem very like what? Why do I just have Zatsudans written down? What did I want to say about Zatsudans like 12 days ago? Why did I write that down as a topic? Oh, maybe I just wanted to mention maybe I wanted to talk about how they're my favorite. I mentioned that. I've said that already. I think I've said that I do like these talking streams, I think, the most. Games haven't like captured me as much anymore recently. I don't know why. Probably just need to get into a good story-based game, which I actually plan on doing. I think the next game we will play, after we finish Doki, we'll probably play Star Wars: The Fallen Order. I want to play that game. Just like sit down and just play a game, you know, something I like haven't really done. Like play through like a game, like a proper game with a controller, gamer style. I don't really do that anymore. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't know when that is, but it's gonna be soon, I guess. Syriza and the Lost Demon. It sounds familiar. I mean, I think I've seen the name before, but it doesn't ring any bells. Oh, okay, that's where I heard it. Yeah, I saw it in the Nintendo Direct. I don't have a Switch though, so. Oop. But yeah, Zatsudan's I like. I also like listening to Zatsudans. A lot of streamers like, I kind of wish more people just like talked, because it can be fun to listen to. Though like, I did notice that I gotta wonder, right, like about my own streams like this, because for me, when I'm like working and I'm like trying to just like be entertained while I'm like doing a really boring like task, but like the only because like my job is very hands-on, I can't like I'm just like listening. I'm listening to a stream with like my phone in my pocket while I'm like doing stuff with my hands, so I can't like look at what's happening on the stream. So what I like to do is put on like little just chatting streams. But the thing is that like people don't really like do them all that much, at least the people that I watch. And then when they do, a lot of the times it's really hard to like grab me, like hold my attention with that sort of thing, especially if it's only one person talking. Like they would have to be really good at talking to, and just like being interesting and having like a just like a chatting, like a streaming style that's really good for chatting. I don't really know how to describe it, but I know some people just like they can hold a one person conversation really well, because it's like almost a different skill than like talking one-on-one with a person, because you're talking like, it's basically like, it's almost kind of like public speaking, I guess, because you don't really expect to get a response, but also like kind of they do get a response sometimes. You can choose to read a response out loud, which can fill in some of the gaps maybe between thought, or if you want to expand on a viewer's comment or something like that. It's just a lot that you might think like, oh, stream, whatever, chatting stream, you just talk, but like, how do you actually make that entertaining? And I've been thinking about that recently, though. I think even like you can get into like, you can like research and like write down what makes a good stream and everything, but like actually executing that is pretty hard, because in the moment I can't just like you know, because like, I mean, because like I watch so many streamers, like I should know how to be a good one because I like to believe I have good taste. But when you're in the moment, it's just like it's hard. It's hard to be interesting. It's hard to be funny. It's just have to like kind of be me and hope that's enough. But yeah, these still are my favorite kinds of streams to do because I don't know, I learn sometimes I learn so much about chat sometimes, and then other times I just have like a fun conversation. You know, I get like we get into like a really weird topic somehow, and that's always fun too. You know, just wondering how did we get here. It's like when I was very little. When I was like very little, I had a bunk bed with my older brother, and we'd often just like talk instead of going to sleep because like this was like we didn't have like phones or anything like that, so there was none of that. And I don't think either of us were really that big into like book reading or whatever, so we'd just talk. And oftentimes like you know, like the conversation would start at one point, like we'll just like start with something very basic, and then by the end of the conversation we're like talking about something like insane, and then one of us just like stops and it's just like and says like, wait a minute, how did we get to talking about this? Like what did we start talking about? How did it get here? And that's really fun when you can just like go on and on with someone and like never, I don't know, it's it might seem, I don't know how normal it is that like be on a level with someone that where that's like normal, but I feel like I don't get those conversations nearly as much anymore. Maybe you know, I am busy. Friends are, I don't have many friends, I guess. I've got friends, but I don't know. Maybe I just gotta make more time to talk to them individually. I think that's the problem. This whole like VC, like always gotta, we've always gotta talk in like groups kind of culture. It's okay. Like it's fun hanging out with everyone. But like also, I think like sometimes you just need to like sometimes you just feel like I want to talk to this person just one-on-one for a bit, you know? Just because like, you know, when there's like when there's like another person there, you might act like completely differently. So like you might not get to know a lot about each other because just of that one extra person in there. I don't really know, but yeah, I've just gotta make more friends in general, to be honest. I've been working on it, but at the same time, like it's also an issue. It's also like you don't, I don't know. Because how much in common do you need to have with a friend? I was wondering about this as well, because recently I was just like scrolling on YouTube and stuff, and hold on, and I saw a video that I thought was really funny, but the thing is that only really I would understand why it's funny. Like it was just like a reference to something like really like nerdy. So like without that context, you wouldn't think it's funny. So it's like, okay, I have to share this with someone who's in the know, and so that I just like, but I wanted to share it with someone because it was funny. So I literally like look at like my entire like contact list on Discord or whatever, my friends list or whatever, and it's like I kind of realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't really like have any friends that share this interest with me. And that like really surprised me, and I was just like, oh, maybe I don't really have enough friends, or maybe like maybe like I don't know, maybe like I need to choose who I attempt to, I don't know, it's weird. Because sometimes I feel like you can get along with someone and like kind of be really similar but also really different in other ways. I know that sounds like stupid. But like you might have a really similar way of thinking. You might be able to understand each other really easily, but maybe like your interests are just like very different. It's probably like web, for example. Like we're both very like-minded. Like basically like we pretty much always know what each other, what we always know what like our opinion on something is. Like I'll always know what her opinion on something is, and she'll always know what my opinion on something would be, I think. For the most part. I feel like she understands me enough to like to that level. But at the same time, we don't really have a lot of, I mean, outside of like VTubers, right? Because that's obviously like the main similarity between us, like from the outside. But besides that, it's like I don't really like, we don't have that much in common. We kind of like different things. We like vastly different games. And I mean, our anime taste is kind of similar, but also sometimes we widely disagree on stuff. And I feel like generally, my tastes are like going to be just a lot more boyish. And she just really likes girly stuff. But we still somehow like get along so well. So obviously you don't need to have like so many interests like line up, you know? Like, oh, I won't be friends with someone unless they also like this thing. Like it's that you know, you might lose out on some very valuable friendships that way. And you know, you could always take the chance to introduce them to those things as well. If you're very like similar minded, then maybe they would even like them as well. But sometimes I think like maybe I need to like look for friends with those specific interests, and they'll be like my, they'll I'll have like a, I don't know. You know, like how some people are in like different online communities, right? Like they hang out, like maybe they're like in a, let me just like think of an example. Maybe someone is really into crochet. That's just a random thing, right? And so they have a bunch of like crocheting friends online, and they just crochet a bunch of cool things, and they're all in like a little group, and like follow each other on Twitter and everything like that. But this person has a second interest. They also like they also like airsoft, because that's like wildly different, right? So obviously they can't bring up their airsoft to their crochet friends, so they have to like find other friends who are into that thing to like, nerd out about that kind of stuff with. And I think that's just like my case, right? Is that maybe I kind of just need like my VTuber friends, and then what else do I like? What else do I actually like? You got like video game friends, like the kinds of video games that I like. They don't really line up. They kind of line up though I've seen a lot of VTubers that kind of share my taste in video games slightly. I just like a lot of wildly different things. Like my example. I just like a bunch of wildly different things that like each have their own kind. Usually have their own type of person that would like them, but I just like all of them. And that goes like with video games as well. Like if I wanted to have a friend to talk about each game that I'm really interested in with, then I'd probably need at least like 4 friends. Because like I don't think there's any way that those 4 friends, there's just no way that I would be able to find like 1 or 2 friends that would share all of those same like video game tastes, you know? Very specific. And it doesn't really line up, but in my head it just like lines up. It's weird. Like for example, I really like role-playing games, RPGs. But I'm not crazy into RPGs, you know? So it's like I could make a friend who is just like solely into RPGs and then have a friend to talk about them with. But then I think they'll be like way too like they like it would be hard to keep up, because like they'll be like, oh, have you played this or this or this? And I'm like, and I'd just be like, no, and I'd just have like a very limited scope. I'll have a very limited scope on like what I could even talk about with them, because even though I do really like RPGs, I've only really played a handful of them. Like a handful of them, like like to completion and like actually care about them enough to talk about them and stuff. But then that's also not like the only video games that I like, because I also like, you know, sometimes I like to play FPS. And weirdly, I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but you know, fans of RPGs and fans of FPS games don't usually mix. Like, it's usually two very different types of people. And so like, this is why like finding like collab partners for me is so hard, because I'm like not too much into like any specific genre, but also like there's so many like different games that I would like to play. I don't know. Like some people, it's like, oh, you want to be my friend? Then let's always play this kind of game. And it's like, well, what if I want to play this kind of game, you know? I don't know. Because like there's always like, with a lot of streamers, it's like they'll always play one type of game. Like they're the retro game person, or they're the FPS person, or they're the RPG person, they're the fighting game person. So it's like, oh, you're trying to be friends with me, you also must be X person. And so like, you know, it's just hard to keep up with them. Because it's like, I still want to have all my other hobbies as well, you know? I don't know. It's probably overthinking. And that's just only like video games as well. If there's one thing that I can keep up with, is in that like I feel like I'm very knowledgeable and always willing to talk about, is like other VTubers. I do like talking about them. But weirdly enough, I've noticed a lot of VTubers, more than I would have thought, don't like watch a lot of other VTubers. And if they do, they'll only like have like a handful of them that they watch, and then they don't get like the whole, like I like the whole platter, you know? Like I'll have like, oh, you know, a few of you know, these types and a few of these types. You know, I'll watch like both male and female. Like I'll watch, you know, from this company, from that company. I just like whoever's entertaining, you know, whoever I find entertaining, whoever is not cringe, whoever's I can bear to listen to without whoever I can bear to listen to without like cringing every like 20 minutes. Not whatever. Cause I honestly wish I could like all of them, but then some of them just some are just like I you know, I like you. I'm sure you're like a lovely person, but I cannot get behind your sense of humor, and I don't think it's like this is not my type of content. And that's like definitely unfortunate. Or it's like, if you want to be friends with someone, then they also like, they might expect you to, you know, always show up and like watch their stuff. And so like, what if I want to be friends with a streamer because like, I don't know, we both like X thing, but I don't necessarily like their streams? Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing to like have a friend and be like, oh, I don't really like your streams? Cause like, yeah, but I feel like, cause most people, the way they would take that is that they'll be like, oh, you think I suck? You think I suck at streaming? I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. But that's not at all what I'm saying with that. I feel like that's not at all what I'm saying with that. I don't know. I think there's very few people that like I would be friends with and dislike their streams. Mostly like if it was ASMR, I don't think I would watch your streams even if you were a friend. And then another thing for me is also like if you stream at a weird time and you also stream on Twitch, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like try to catch your streams or try to watch the VODs because like watching VODs on Twitch is horrible. I'm just gonna like decline. She could be like, sorry, I'm busy. Because in truth, I probably am busy, right? But if I had a friend, if I made a friend and they streamed on YouTube, I would probably make an effort to watch their streams, even if it wasn't like traditionally what I would be into. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm into because I watch such a variety of streamers, I feel. Hmm. What was I talking about even? Yeah, this is another case where I don't know what topic I even started on to get to that point. I think it was friends. I think I was talking about friends. Oh yeah, I needed more friends. I said I needed more friends because I didn't... Because there were certain things I wanted to talk about. But a lot of my current friends don't really share those interests, which is fine. I think a lot of that just boils down to I don't have a lot of guy friends, to be honest. And that's like very... I never thought I would have that problem, but it makes sense now that I am having the problem. Because like I'm not making any friends in person. And in person, I feel like all of your friends kind of just end up being, your same gender. Because I don't know, it just happens. Or it's not always the case. There's always like the guys who hang out with the girls, whatever, like you're one of us. So I know those kinds of people, like in middle school especially. Like there was always like cliques, But I was just like always with the boys, So I never thought I would like run into an issue where I was having a lack of male friends. But it just turned out that way, weirdly enough. Probably because like a lot of usually when I can't even remember a lot of the friends that I make, like how it started. I think usually it's like an openness to like talk. Like they express some sort of, usually started with someone expressing the fact that they want to make more friends, or saying like, let's talk about this, whatever, on like a public platform, right? So it's like people yelling out into the void, and I just see that and I'm like, oh, maybe this person wants to be friends or something. It's not a very good, like, I don't know. I don't really trust those kinds of posts all that much because sometimes I'm like, does this person really want friends, or do they just want people to like their post, But luckily no, I think I made a few friends like just like from seeing those kind of posts and just being like, oh, hello. And but I think most of my friends, I don't even know. Most of my friends is kind of just like, it was like a, it's like a what happens is that you make one friend, or you just end up in a situation where you're needing to, like, I'll give an example. It's like, you know, web has always been like very open and like, and is always like seeking out wanting to talk to new people. So that's how I ended up meeting her, because it was like, because I just saw that she was really open to the idea of talking to new people, and that actually gave me the courage to just say hi. Because if not, then I just don't like, I just don't talk to new people unless they openly express that they wish to be talked to, basically. But yeah, but it just turns out that she was she's like a big extrovert, and that she introduced me to a lot of people. And I think a lot of the people that I know that also stream, I've probably met through her. Most of the people, I think, most of friends and acquaintances, at least at first, definitely. But then, you know, my VTuber mama, definitely helped, because you know, they made models for people, and it's just like, oh hey, we have the same, oh, we're VTuber family, quote unquote, so it's like we should be friends. But that was like, I would have been too shy to even reach out to them, to be honest. So my friend, so Julie, my sister Julie actually helped out with that. With like, she was basically like a negotiator, because I was too afraid to talk to them. Yeah, and the only reason why I know Julie is from, like, we had a mutual friend, is how we met. And so it's like, it's mostly always mutual friends. Like, friends always help me get more friends. And so I just start with 1 or 2 friends, and then it like multiplies from there. And that's even how it worked when I was still in school as well. Because like, I would always make at least one extrovert friend who would just like, basically, I would just like tag along to whatever they're doing, and I would just meet people that way. That's just always how I've operated. Why did I don't know why that came out so weirdly. That's always how I've operated, pretty much. Just kind of like just walking in someone's shadow, basically, just being like, hello, I'm here, I guess. I'm just like tagging along. And then fortunately, you know, people talk to me, I guess. It's not like that. It's not like a. It's not super good. It's not like, oh wow, I'm popular now because I made one friend. No, it's good for making some friends, but like, yeah, obviously there's going to be like, I feel like if you don't actively, like for me, the fact that I don't actively look means that like I don't know a lot of people. And if I do know them, I'm always like on the fence of whether or not I can even consider them a friend. Because like, do they consider me a friend? I don't know. Maybe they just think of me as an acquaintance, and it's like a whole thing. But yeah, I think I just need some more guy friends, to be honest. Like I think watching like VTuber companies, it's also like weird because like honestly, I feel as if all of the VTuber companies I've seen, so like Hollow Stars and Niji Sanji, they all come out in like waves of like 4 or 5 or 6 VTubers at a time. And those waves, or those generations of VTubers, will often like, they'll feel more strongly connected because they all like debuted at around the same time, and they're like, and like the branding all lines up and stuff like that, and they're like a little group, they're a little entourage. Like it's cool, it's neat, it's cute. But for some reason, like even though it's like, oh, your company is just like assigning you to this group and you just have to mingle with these people. Even though that's usually the case, they usually turn out to be like really good friends. I mean, not always. Like sometimes maybe one of them is like a bad egg or whatever, and that can happen. But like, if I were to just give an example, you know, one of my recent faves, Hollow Stars Tempest, has been like the first 4, like they all came out around the same time, and like, you know, they just had like whatever, like I don't know how much prep time they had, but they had only like probably a couple of months to like get to know each other before they were supposed to like act all chummy and be like friends on stream. And like it's like a super, that's such like a gamble to like get 4 people together and just be like, will these people like like will these people like get along at all? Like will they hate each other? Like if they can, like I think like a good, like a reasonable expectation is that it's just that they would maybe just like, they would be okay with each other, right? Like they would be okay with existing with each other, right? But you wouldn't expect them usually to end up to be like best buds, right? But in this case, it really seemed like all of these VTubers, like they showed themselves, and there was like it was like you would see how they interact, and it's like you would think that these people were friends for like years, and they weren't. Like even like getting into like the like background out of character stuff, like these people didn't know each other really. Like I don't think these people knew each other at all. And some of them had very different backgrounds, you know? And it's like a kind of amazing that they could get along with each other so well, in spite of like kind of being forced to, because like I feel like if like just, you know, like if you ever had a job, right? And it's like obviously you have to get along with your coworkers, and it's like, but like how often are you really like, you know, you're stuck in an office together, speaking like, I'm speaking like metaphorically, I guess, but like, and say you're stuck in an office together for years and years and years. How often do they like become best buds? Like you can't, like it's nothing you can, like even if like big corporate like works really hard to like get people to get along, in the end like there'll always be like disagreements, like, and there'll always be like a certain level of like separation between them. Like, oh, they're just co-workers, you know? Most of the time they won't like form any like real bond. So you gotta wonder why with VTubers, why it's like that. Like why that happens. But it seems to happen so often that they get along so quickly. And usually like they seem to get along super well, at least on the surface. Because, I mean, some of them sure might be pretending, but like the one, like the example I gave being Tempest, like that's one that I'm like, they're 100% all like besties. Like there's no doubt about it. Like I don't have a single doubt in my mind. And it's just like, it's so, at least to me, it's like inspiring, because it's like, I want like three other besties and go on like, you know, misadventures or whatever, you know, just be a band of merry men. Who doesn't want to be a band of merry men? That sounds fun. You know, you can whatever, do little dances together, sing songs together. That kind of thing sounds so great. And like a lot of people, they share the same opinion. And that's why a lot of people, they want to also get into VTuber companies so that they can have this group. A lot of people, honestly, it's not even about the money, they just envy the group relationship between these people. They just want a friendship that they can actually trust. Because especially like in the streamer world, a lot of people are just snakes, unfortunately. And it's like crazy, you know, that like I feel like even like, no, some of the top streamers with all like the resources in the world and all the reach that, like, some of the big streamers, like they have so much reach, like they can literally like, you know, find anyone to be their, and just like kind of make them be their friend, you know, I feel like. So it's like, it's crazy how like I'm just like amazed how like, you know, you can choose, like if you're whatever, I'm just going to, maybe I shouldn't list a specific name, but if you're whatever top dog on twitch.tv, you can choose whoever you stream with, right? Like, there's no company telling you who you have to like collaborate with for the next 2 years of your life, you know? There's none of that. You can choose whoever you want. So in that case, you would think the person choosing would have much more of a match. Like, find someone who really clicks with them, right? And just like be able to put together just the best group that they all like, you know, get along together so well, and they're just like, they're besties. But you don't really see that, like, outside of these companies, which is weird. You'd think it would be the opposite. You'd think the people in the companies would be like co-workers, and the people outside the companies would be, you know, more acting like besties. But in my eyes, when I see like top Twitch streamers like streaming together, it feels like there's like a gun pointed to their head telling them to collab with each other. Like, sometimes they don't like seem like they get along very well. Which is funny, because it's like, didn't you choose to stream with this person? I feel like, how does this happen? And I feel like it's because of a few things maybe. I know for sure, I think your outlook, or how do I even describe this? But okay, basically, right? I feel like streamers probably think too much about like analytics when choosing their friends, which is weird, right? Like, I think like a streamer wouldn't invite someone on their stream and play with them a bunch if they were like not going to actively like help grow their own channel. Which is like, maybe that's like, maybe I'm just being pessimistic, and it's like, no, like viewer count doesn't, you know, like popularity doesn't matter at all, you know? I'm a famous streamer and I play with my friends all the time and they're nobodies. I don't know. For the most part, it seems like streamers, popular famous people play with popular famous people. And so you're already limiting your pool there. Because what if you don't get along with any of them? Well, you just gotta pick one, I guess. And then, you know, on top of that, right? On top of that, there's no reason, like, when it's like the Wild West, you know, because at any moment, this person could stop. Like, you could realize that this person that you're friends with is no longer like benefiting you, and so then you're allowed to just throw them away like trash. And that happens a lot. I see it all the time. People complaining, "Oh, I thought they were my best friend, but then they blew up and got big, and now they don't talk to me anymore." It happens all the time. I see it all the time. And I think literally being chained to like a company and being forced to work together and not having an opportunity to just leave someone behind. Because like if you're literally bound by a contract, then you literally cannot do that, right? And so you're automatically weeding out those kinds of people. And so like no wonder why, you know, they get along so well. They know that, you know, none of their coworkers are going to like backstab them ever. You know, it's a pretty safe bet. It's a pretty safe assumption. And so they can let their guard down, you know, they can be more open to, you know, they don't have to worry about like possible like beef or drama or whatever. Like weirdly enough, like almost like it's like when you're like when they're cornered, like if a group of people feel like cornered or like they're all being like if a group of people find like an injustice to all work against, I guess, or just like a common cause, right? A common cause is a big part of it, right? Because like if you want to grow, then like, you know, all of your, if you're in this company, then having, you know, the people who are also in your company grow would in turn help you grow. It's like, it's just, you know, so in that case, like why wouldn't you like want to constantly support them and stuff like that? So it's like, it's just no wonder why they become like besties, because it's literally like the best option, in which the best option when you're just like a random streamer on Twitch who wants to make it big is to just, you know, leave people behind when they stop being useful to you, unfortunately. I have no idea why I started talking about this. Though it is something that I kind of wanted to vocalize. I feel like saying something like this on Twitter would actually be the death of me. But I also feel like a lot of people would agree. I pretty much know a lot of people would agree. You know, like I said, a lot of people have been victims of, you know, fake people. You know, just fake friends and stuff like that. In like this content creation sphere. So yeah, some people would obviously agree with me. But why did I start talking about this? I just want to make more friends. But I don't think I'm willing to join a company right now. And basically what I'm trying to say is that I think it's pretty sad that people feel like they have to sign a contract in order to just make some good friends. I feel like it should be easy enough to make good friends who are also streamers. But sometimes you feel like you literally cannot trust streamers because so many of them are so weird for some reason. I don't know. I guess like anyone on the internet can be weird, but streamers, I guess it's like the attention thing. Because honestly, putting yourself on camera every day, even if it's like through a virtual avatar, it requires some level of narcissism. I would assume. Like it would have to require a little bit of narcissism, right? and would definitely appeal to people who are really extremely narcissistic. So it generally attracts those kinds of people. But it also attracts, like, you know, not those people who just want to be genuine, maybe, in front of a camera. That's, you know. But it's like, you also just get a lot of narcissistic people. And so maybe that's why the streamer world is kind of so self-serving, you know. Everyone's just like, you know, it's Wild West out there. Maybe that's why. That's probably why so many people are forming, like, you know, they're having like streamer houses or like content creation orgs, esports orgs, other things like that. Just any sort of like camaraderie. It's like, oh, I can trust these people because now they have an obligation to stay and like not backstab me. I feel that's like a huge comfort. That people really shouldn't have to have that fear. It's dumb. It's really dumb that people are afraid of that sort of thing. Like, I see that all the time. Oh, I'm so afraid of making friends. It's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, why? I've never had that problem. For the longest time, I was like, huh, I wonder where these people are running into all these horrible friends, because I've never had a horrible friend like that. And I kind of realized why recently. It's because I literally just have like nothing of value to offer, really. You know, a lot of things about like fake people is that, you know, they'll get close to you for, you know, reasons other than your personality, you know? They'll want something from you. But there's really nothing to want from me. So by being completely useless, I've somehow avoided all like possible like bad friendships, which is like, it's great, but it also makes me feel like, oh damn, I'm really not worth being friends with, huh? And it's kind of true. I'm trying to fix that. You know, I'm trying to have some. I want to have some use, even to my genuine friends. I think if you're able to provide some use to your friends, that is fine. I don't mind being used a little bit. You know, if I genuinely like someone, I'm gonna want to like help them and support them. Yeah. Maybe I should make a tweet. I'm afraid of tweeting. I was gonna do a thing where like, cause like after I did the stream where I did like a bunch of, where I talked to my AI clone or whatever, the AI chatbot. After the stream, I installed Bing. Like the new no, well, I mean, Bing is always installed. Bing? What do you mean? You don't install Bing, do you? No, you install Edge, Microsoft Edge, but it's already on the computer. I don't think you can get rid of it. I just used Edge. I updated Edge, and I signed up. I guess I signed up for the new AI chatbot thing for Bing. And yeah, after the stream, I told it to compose a tweet for me. And it literally like it literally tweeted better than me. That's how I could like describe it, because like it actually sounded like it had like emotion in its voice. I'm sure if I told it to add emojis, it would have. Like, it's just like... Wow. It's just like, it put into perspective how bad at this whole like streamer thing I really am. It also made me think, I wonder if I should get it to do other things for me as well. I was even thinking of doing a stream where I get it to plan my entire week. And I might do that. I honestly might do that, not this week, but maybe for next week. That would be cool. Just see how that works. Maybe I'll tinker about with it a bit more this week. I feel like for tweets, I should definitely run it through the chat bot. Because I feel like... I do feel like I have a problem with showing like emotion through text. Some people are really like flowery when they're texting. I'm not. I'm very boring. I'll use proper like grammar and like add like a period at the end of the sentence, no emojis, no nothing. just a sentence like right out of an essay. And that's just kind of how I'll text sometimes. Like it'll either be one word or it'll be like a proper just like a proper boring sentence. Or a bunch of proper boring sentences. And it's stupid. It's stupid, but I'm kind of jealous that some people can somehow make their typing cute. I don't know how to describe it really. But some people just like they just sound cuter when they're like texting. I don't know how they do that. It's like a style. I swear it's like an art form. Like I'm way too plain whenever I type things. So I'm like genuinely considering like what if I filtered all of my tweets before tweeting them, or all of any kind of public post, maybe even like thumbnails, not thumbnails, maybe even like, you know, stream titles or anything, you know, just run it through the chat, like the chat bot. It's like, hey, can you make this sound cuter? And it'll probably do it. That's crazy. You just be like, imagine if I did that and then all of a sudden like people just started liking me like way more. Like what would I even do at that point? I could see that happening. Where someone is just like, oh, you're so cute today, and it's like, I've been talking through, it's just like, oh, it's not actually me typing. And that would be kind of sad. But at the same time, I could totally see that happening. Well, maybe I'd try. No, especially like a lot of the time. I just sound like, I don't know. I'll like overthink every little like word in a sentence. Especially when I'm posting something. Because it's just like, oh, what if this part doesn't come out right? Like, what if it doesn't come off the way that I want it to? And what if people get the wrong idea? What if people don't think I sound enthusiastic enough? What if I sound too enthusiastic? It's like, It's honestly like I'm one of those weird people that like sometimes I would rather just call you rather than text you. Like a lot of people, I've heard this like don't call me for something that you could just like text me. Like honestly for me, I just want to call you because like I don't know, I might like like I don't know. Like what if it doesn't come off right as in a text? Especially if it's like something important, because like then I'll start to really like start overthinking every little word. And so like in that point, like I just want to, because if you're like in a call and you're talking to someone and you accidentally say something wrong, it's like they don't have enough time. Like you could easily correct yourself, right? But if you accidentally like if you email someone or text someone and it's like it comes out wrong, and it like they get the wrong idea, and they just have even just a few minutes to like to just like take in that your message and like and just like get, you know, hold that wrong idea for even just like a little bit, you might totally like skew the way they think about you. Hello, hi, happy Easter, thank you. Thank you. I hope your day is good. I don't know. I hope you have a good Easter. I probably just pretty boring, but I think I'm just going to sleep through most of today because I had work. And yeah, I had work and I had to stay late. So I'm tired. At least I'll have a bit of a bigger paycheck this time. I made a grave mistake when it came to like budgeting. Whenever I save up like a little money, not a little, whenever I save up like a sizable amount of money, I always feel eager to spend it. Like, oh, I finally have I finally have enough to get myself something good, and I just want to spend it immediately. I need to stop that. I need to stop that because recently I literally bought full body 3D tracking, and that was not cheap. I've not even done a 3D stream before, and it's like, oh, now I've got full, like, why? Why did I do that? I'm gonna have one in the future, but like, so overkill. There's so many other things I could have gotten. It was really bad. Mostly because I thought I could get it for much cheaper than I actually did get it for, but then after I did all the research, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna just like do all that research and then not get it. So I just got it. And it was a lot of money, and like yeah. But I hope the streams, I'm gonna like go hard. Like now that I can like, I've been waiting for prescription, like I've been waiting for prescription lenses for my Oculus, so that like little clip-on ones, so that I don't have to I don't have to be blind while I'm doing VR stuff. But yeah, I want to like have a model and like do funny little things in 3D. It'd be cool. I'll have that stream eventually. I don't know when. I'll have to find like a big chunk of time that I know I'll be alone. But then I also have to get like a good 3D model as well. Like I've got one that will serve. I got one that'll serve its purpose like right now. Like one that looks like me, but it's like it was on the cheaper side. So it's not like the most detailed, and also I had it made before I got my full reference sheet, so it actually has some details wrong, and it was can't exactly like go back and ask the guy to fix it at this point. So I'm just gonna have to save and get a new one, but it's like, dang, it's gonna be so much money. It's gonna be so much money unless I find an extremely good deal. It's gonna be a lot of money, and I don't know, like at this point, like I honestly just got a job so that I could like, I got a job because my mom was bothering me about it, but I also just got it because like so I could afford to do cool like stuff on stream, you know. It's like the main reason why I work as much as I do. But like even then, like even so, right, I recognize that like spending so much money on like what is pretty much like no return, no offense, like it's like emotional return. Like I get a lot of happiness from this, but also like I don't get any of my money back really. And that's a really like, should I really keep pouring money into something that doesn't make any money? Like literally anybody I would ask would tell me no. Like stop spending money, like just put on the brakes a little, please, you know. And honestly, I feel like I need to like, at this point I'm just gonna be like nothing. Like it's just gonna be like I don't want my only hobby to be being a VTuber. Yeah, because I want other hobbies, right? I can't dedicate my whole being to this unless it's like also making me money. And it doesn't make me money. And I'm too afraid to like e-beg, you know, because maybe if I begged all day every day, I would get stuff for free. You know, I'd get people to give me money or whatever, but I don't want to do that. And also my Stream Elements donation link actually doesn't work because the stupidest reason. The lady at the bank gave me the wrong number. Said, "Hey, can you put my account number down? It's this. I'm this person. Can you just give me the number, please?" And she just wrote down the wrong one. And I have no way to edit the info that I submitted, so it's just wrong. So I can't withdraw any money. You like to support VTubers through Amazon wishlist. I have a throne. A throne is like an Amazon wishlist for. It's like a more secure Amazon wishlist, I guess. It's basically like the same thing, essentially, except like you can wishlist things from literally any site that has like that you can shop from. And there's also like this proprietary like site, or this proprietary store on the site itself. Yeah. You don't have to get me anything, but I thought I'd mention it. It should be in the description. No, I think I recently... Wait, does this work? I probably have to like check my links every now and then just to make sure they work. Because I remember I had a link, it's something linked on my Twitter for the longest time, and I checked it and it didn't link to anywhere, which was very funny. Okay, yeah, that works. Oh, where am I? Did I get a... Wait, hold on. Why does it say I have a notification? What? Can you find all the hidden Easter eggs? What is this? But yeah, I have a few things listed on there. But actually, like, what? Honestly, a lot of the streamer equipment that I really needed or wanted, I just saved up for it and got myself. Like a chair, a nice chair, all of my audio equipment, all of my monitors, everything, pretty much everything I've already gotten, except for I want to get new headphones. For streaming, I use open back headphones, which aren't very good for streaming because they leak a lot. And sometimes I notice that audio leaks out from my headphones into the mic, and it like it's not good to listen to. So I put some in-ear monitors, they're called. It's kind of fancy. They're basically just like super good earbuds. And I have them on there, but my intention is honestly just to like save money and eventually get them myself. But they're on there just in case someone wants to do it for me. And then there's also an ASMR mic because like everyone says, "Oh, you should do ASMR, you should do ASMR, I love your voice." And it's like, "Oh, really? Well, well, maybe you should put your money where your mouth is." Well, that was my line of thinking, at least. Am I going to do ASMR? I have done in the past one stream. It's hard though, and the setup that I was using to do that ASMR is not very like comfortable. Well, I mean, I haven't tried it in a while. Maybe I'll try it again soon. But I would be a lot more. I think I'd do it a lot more if I had the proper mic. But I want to do it more anyways. Like I want to try it again to see if like it's even like a thing that I can be good at or do, or I don't even know a lot about it because I don't listen to it personally. So I'd have to do some like research or whatever. Or like, and it's hard as well. Live streaming ASMR? What are you even like supposed to do? Like, it's I have to. It's not even that like I have to watch ASMR videos. I would have to like watch ASMR streams. And that's like a lot of ASMR to watch, especially when I'm not even the biggest fan of it. I don't really like whispering. Well, I don't mind whispering, but I don't really like listening to strangers whisper in my ear, basically. And so a lot of ASMR is just like, oh, I can't listen to it for a very long time. I'm okay with like soft speaking. So like not whispering, but like, you know, just kind of like softly speaking, maybe like at a proper distance from the microphone. You know? Where was I going with this? But yeah, good. It what? Oh, voice line requests. Oh yeah, I did those. People, I would just well, like it was more like I can't think. I was like I was literally just like so nervous that I didn't know what to do, so I just asked chat and they were like, "Oh, just say this, say this." So I was just saying anything that came into chat. It's not really me taking voice line requests, it's me like not knowing what the heck I'm doing. But I guess like yes, I would do something like that. I suppose. Dang, I would like to do a stream like that again sometime. It was a while ago, so I wonder how it would be now, or if I would be just as nervous. I'd probably just be as nervous. Weirdly enough, I don't think I've I've like gotten much better at the whole nerves thing. Uh, ever since starting streaming. I'm sure I've gotten like a little better, but still, it's not very. I don't know. I'm just like not a. I'm such an introvert. I'm literally such an introvert. Like sometimes I wonder like why I do stream, honestly. But it's because I enjoy it, and I wish I could be more of a extrovert sometimes. Wish I could think more on the fly in conversations. And so you know, maybe I've definitely learned from streaming, so it's made me less of an introvert, which is good. You know, it's always good. And your model is so cute. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Love the hair? Yeah. It's purple. I love purple. I'd have to say it's probably my best feature. Probably. I don't know, I have a lot of good features. But the hair is very nice. I agree. Do you watch a lot of VTubers? I went on a big VTuber rant. Not a rant, but I was talking a bit about how like how streamer friendships are and like how VTubers get along. Watch some Japanese VTubers. That's cool. It might know of them. It depends. Depends who you watch, because I know of some like famous ones. I think if it's like Hololive, I pretty much know all of. Oh, they're all indie. Okay, interesting. I have a big VTuber family, and most of them are all Japanese. I actually had like a really long chat with my VTuber sister Soruto, who is she's learning English, and her English is already really good. That we're able to have like whole conversations and stuff. And we're just talking for hours. And so it's very interesting. It's interesting because like I never thought I'd be I never thought I would have like a whole conversation with like someone from from Japan. I also never thought that I'd be just like directly just chilling with like a genuine Japanese VTuber as well. And I mean, like, at this point, like, whatever, I'm a VTuber now, we're all VTubers, it's fine. But like, just like if you would have told that to me like 2 years ago, I would have been like, why would I ever do that? You know? They're really nice. I feel like I feel bad. I feel like bad that that I don't know any Japanese. Well, I know very, very, very little, but I feel bad that I'm not really in a position to learn more than I know. I would love to just sit down and study, but like I'm already a full-time student and I work, so like I don't have enough energy to dedicate to then also be learning Japanese now. Maybe when I get past the lame memorization phase of my studies, then maybe I can start studying Japanese as well. You can teach me some words? Sure. Sure, that sounds like fun. You don't know what to teach? I don't know. I don't really know either. I don't really know either. But I do know when I was talking with Soruto, there was a lot of times where like I would say something in like I guess perfect English, and then she would have no idea what I said, and then I would repeat the same thing but in like a Japanese accent, and she'd be like, "Oh, gohan tabemashita ka." Oh, tabemashita. Tabemashi. I know tabemashita. It's just tabemashita ka. Oh, okay. Why was I overthinking that? Gohan tabemashita ka. Tabemashita ka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I knew Gohan, and I think like I learned in that one Japanese class I took in high school. Tabemashita. Yes. I used to like, there was one point where I had like all the hiragana like down pat, but like I don't I don't anymore. It's all gone. It's all left my memory. I'd like to one day get back to that point. Your name is Salmon? Cute. I love salmon. I love salmon. I hadn't tried sushi until I was like much older. Like I don't know when's. No, I don't taste good. It's okay. I won't eat you. I hadn't tried sushi until I was like a lot older, because I was kind of weirded out by the concept of raw fish. I don't know. I feel like everybody is that. Like everybody who is white, everybody who is white is like a bit weirded out by the concept of raw fish. But then they eat it and they're like, oh, they're like, oh, okay, I get it. It's not that bad. But yeah, I hadn't even tried sushi until I was like much older. And I finally tried it and I was like, I'm really sad that I didn't that I only ate this now. Like, you know, like that happened to me so many times where like I would finally try something and I'd be like, dang, why didn't I always eat this? Like honestly, you got eaten? Oh no. Yeah, sushi is good though. Technically, if we want to be technical, I mean, I've never technically had real sushi, real, quote unquote real. Because people say that the Americanized like silly little rolls with the little fillings in it, like the avocados and the cream cheeses, that's not like real sushi. I would assume then like real sushi is like the sashimi, like just like the slice of fish on like the little ball of rice, and then you just like wrap it together with some seaweed, and it's like bam, sushi. I would assume. I never like looked it up, so I would assume that's like the difference. Which I never actually tried. I guess, is that what it's called? Sashimi? Have I been to conveyor belt sushi? I haven't even I haven't left my side of the country, and you don't find much you don't find much Asian fine Asian cuisine on this side. Traditional sushi from Japan? What? Lucky. I want Japanese sushi. All I get is grocery store sushi. $8 grocery store sushi that tastes like nothing. Yeah. Though, maybe one of these days I want to go to like a real good sushi place and get like get quote unquote real sushi, where it's just like it's just the fish and the rice and the seaweed. No, like, because like people say like, oh, you don't like the sushi, you just like the avocado, you just like the cream cheese or whatever is in there. I just want to try it like that. Oh, you made traditional Japanese sushi. That's interesting. I wouldn't even try to make sushi. I don't even cook like at all. Salmon roe sushi? I can't do with like fish eggs, to be honest. I can't, for some reason, like the look of fish eggs is just like very strange to me. It's like it does not seem natural. Even it's very natural because they're, you know. Am I a cannibal? I don't think so. If you are a salmon, then I don't know, maybe that is. Yeah, but I've never been a conveyor belt sushi. No, definitely not. But I would love to. I'd love to go. I don't even know where I'd find a place like that. Probably nowhere near where I'm. When I just moan? I yawned. Hello? What? Now you're making me feel insecure about my yawns. I mean, what do you mean? I literally just yawned. It's 8 a.m. and I didn't sleep. That was so cute. Do it again? I can't yawn on command. Jeez. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about that? No, you're probably getting... I yawn all the damn time. I do it all the time. I'm like the tiredest streamer. I saw a clip of some streamer. A streamer who's known for yelling and throwing fits of rage, actually. Who said that, like, good streamers don't yawn or something like that, because you've always got to keep the energy up on a stream, and I'm just like... no. Because I'm just terminally tired. I'm gonna need you to do that again, sir. You'll get it when you get it, I guess. I'm not the one in judge. I'm not the one in charge of my yawn cycles. My yawn. I don't even like what system, like what biological system is in charge of yawning? I don't know. But whatever it is, I have to wait for it. It's because I'm literally blankly staring. That's why it looks like that. Because I'm literally just like... I'm literally just like the... I'm gonna find the exact emoji I'm thinking of. Where is it? I wanna find it. Oh, there it is. It's just me. That's like my neutral face. It's literally called like neutral face emoji. But that's like how I am. I know like some VTubers, their model is always like literally all the time, but like I'm not gonna unhinge my jaw like and just hang it open. Like when am I trying to catch flies? Who does that? Who does that? There's so many as well that I know who just like constantly have their mouth open. Like, why? Why? That's not normal. Some streamers have very cute sneezes and they mute themselves when they sneeze. Cute. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like my yawns or whatever, but my, you know, I don't think you're gonna get, you're definitely not gonna get the cute sneeze. I'll probably just mute in case, because I don't want to like blow out your eardrums. But also like, if I ever sneeze, it's not gonna be cute because I don't have a very like effeminate sneeze. It's just like my sneeze is dude sneezing.mp3. Can you sing for us? I don't know. I've tried that before, and like the backing track got me a copyright claim, so I don't. I don't know. I could like sing something without a backing track. Acapella, maybe. I also like. Ooh, I also what was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say my throat is very dry. My throat is very dry because I've been talking for like 2 hours? It's been 2 hours already? Dang. Alright. Yeah, I've been talking for 2 hours and I haven't really been drinking water. I've been drinking... I don't know what to call this. Beer? Let's just call it beer. Basically what it is. I just got off my, I literally just got off my shift at work like 2 hours ago. Or 3 hours ago. I'm like a dad. Just like coming home from work and just like drinking a beer. Instead of like lying on the couch. Watching like the football game. I'm sitting at my computer just talking to internet strangers. Can you be my dad? I'm not sure I'm old enough for that. And daddy? Question mark. No. I'm not the type. I'm sorry, but I'm not the type. I don't know, like... Yeah, I don't have a... It's funny when people joke about that, because, like, I really, like, don't have those vibes at all. I feel like I have the opposite vibes. You don't know where your dad went. He left when I was 3. Well... I'm sorry, but I don't think that was me. At least I don't think so. My English still isn't great. That's fine. Your English has been good, really good so far. I haven't noticed anything. Oh, but singing though, I don't know. Oh, that's a good conversation topic though. Concentration? You spell it like that except the S. The S in the middle, change that to a C. Whatever did spelling bee here. Yeah, I had a it's like my mom always asks me how to spell things and I'm like, don't you have a phone? Just Google it. Yeah. I had a... Oh, you have Japanese? That's cool. I had a friend... Wait, no. I was streaming with... Not streaming. I wasn't streaming, but I was on a friend's stream and we were playing a horror game, and it really wasn't scary to me, but it seems like they were having a scaredy time, so that was cool for them. But before that, I was nearly late for that. I nearly didn't even make it for that collab because because I had a I'm actually taking voice. Yeah, I think it should be in the community posts if you want to know what I'm talking about. I linked it. It was two different. I played with two different streamers, other VTubers. They were very nice to me. You know, a lot of people don't invite me to play games, so it was nice of them. But yeah, I almost missed it because I'm taking voice lessons along with my regular curriculum at college, because I'm a music theory student. I'm a music student. Well, I'm not a theory student yet, but I'm like going into the music major. Astrology, astronaut, spectrum, syrup, pancake. That's a very those are very different. I mean, astrology and astronaut kind of makes sense, but then if you just flip to syrup and pancake, that's like, wow. I mean, interesting. Those are some good words. Those are some good words. So, good job. But yeah. So yeah, I have singing, like syrup. Yeah, I can see it's hard. Spelling is hard, especially if English isn't your first language, or even if it is your first language, it's still hard. But yeah, I actually go to singing lessons every week, and because I have aspirations. I do have some aspirations. I'm not confident yet. But that lesson in particular was really scary because it was the first group lesson, and I actually had to sing in front of a bunch of people, which I'm really bad at, because I get nervous and my vocal cords like really like tense up and I can't sing. But like I think I definitely sounded nervous, but I think I did fine. And there was like a bit of falsetto at the end, and it was so funny. And it was like nobody was really expecting it, because my voice is really, you know, it's usually like at this level. It's not that high. And then hum the Russian national anthem. I don't remember the. Is that like you mean the Soviet Russia one? It's like, how did it go again? I don't know. Wait, hold on. I can it goes do. That's so funny. I love when people type it out. Like I've genuinely gone into Google and I've been like, what's the song that goes do bop do do bop do bop? And I'm like expecting Google to find this song. It's just like I'm making random noises. Where's my chocolate bunny? I'll give it to you later. Hi, Julie. But yeah. Nobody was actually expecting my voice to be able to go that high, and someone called it, someone in the class called it like called falsetto jump scare. JP viewers in the chat, I don't know if they're JP or not. Maybe. Falsetto jump scare. Yeah. Russian and I don't need the lyrics, thank you. Um, I don't think I'm. No, not Mafu. God, I literally. Okay, before I started any sort of like training, literally like my form of practice is like literally just blowing out my vocal cords, trying to sing like really high songs, and I would like, so I would just like almost damage my throat, and then like wait a week, and then almost damage my throat again, and that's like how I practiced. Am I getting vocal lessons? Didn't I? I think I mentioned this. I swear I mentioned it to you at least once. But yeah, it's a. My college is providing it. It's technically like applied music or whatever. It's got a fancy term for it, but what it is basically free vocal lessons. Well, they're free to me because I'm financial aid, but you know, it's cool. It's cool to get a grade for it, and just like the teacher says I'm really good, and I'm getting a good grade, so I was like, that's cool. Teach me. I mean, I don't really know much. We're not really going by like theory. It's kind of like we're just going off of feel mostly. Where it's just like, oh no, you gotta sing it like this, and then I'm just like, okay, I'll sing it like this, and then I sing it like that. It's not like we're not like getting too technical. It's kind of like copy this note, like like make the same sound this note is making, and then I just do. And I'm just lucky that I guess have that kind of pitch recognition. Sing. Hold on a second. You know the let me do it for you thing? The dog? Little dog thing? Well, it's not little, it's actually a pretty big dog. I forgot what that breed is called. But it's like the eldritch bloodborne looking creature. You know the dog with the not dog. The dog with the long nose. The long-nosed dog that gets like stuck in the Pringles can. Yeah, that thing. That thing. Cause it's definitely a thing. It's like it is a thing. It's a work of nature. Why is it so scrunkly? I think that dog is so scrunkly. That's all I get. How I can describe it. It's a very shaggy looking dog. Yeah, the little song. You know, let me do it. Let me do it for you. I think I can do that. Okay, I can try. I hate that I can hear myself through the audio monitoring. It annoys me. But I'm going to do the long nose dog meme. Wait, can I like it? Hold on. Is there like can I get the backing track of the what song even is that in the background? I need a refresher on how this thing even goes. Hold on. Is this the original video? 2.4 million? I think it might be. It doesn't have any audio. Okay, maybe maybe it wasn't that one then. Oh, what is this? Let me do it for you, dog. Most popular video. Why am I not? Oh, I have it muted. Are you? I'm dumb. I may be stupid. Oh, the misery. What is that? What is that song in the background? It's like a random. It might not be a song. It's probably just random piano chords. It's I can replicate it, but it's just embarrassing. Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you, Gurmy. It sounds like I'm dying. It sounds like the life is getting slowly squeezed out of me. It feels like it is. This is what work is doing to me. It's squeezing the life out of me. Kind of impressed. In a good way. I don't know how you'd be impressed in a bad way. I'm impressed how incompetent you are. I guess that could work. But yeah, I was doing that in the car on the way to work. I was just like randomly, I'm just like, let me do it for you. And I was just like, why can I do that? I think it was all the jumping to falsetto in like my voice lessons. I'm impressed, but hold this L, bozo. I just wanna. Yeah. I don't know. It's goofy. It's like very goofy sounding. I don't know. It's like very much a creature noise, you know. And it's just like with my iteration, my cover, it's like I'm just trying to get it as high pitched as possible, but like in reality it's just like it's not just high pitched, it's like scrunkly sounding. I know that's not a real word, but that's what it sounds like. I don't think I could imitate it completely, but there you go. And there's been a fair few bit of times where I've just been like in the shower bored, and I'm just like, huh, I wonder if I can do a girl voice. You ever just realize that? Or you ever just like think like, huh, I wonder if I could just like whatever, I might do like a terrible French accent. I might like sound like Yoda. I don't know, I just do whatever. Because like I'm not doing anything with my voice right now, so I might as well like try to see if I have any talent for I had no idea I could imitate SpongeBob this well until I started imitating him in the shower one day. I have not found an imitation that I'm good at yet. Nor an accent that I really nailed down. Accents are really hard. Actors and voice actors are kind of crazy for that. Though, like, if I could like master any accent, it would probably be like Japanese accent. I mean, just like pronouncing Japanese words, like I know like the correct, like I know like the syllables to use, so like it's not going to sound like an American speaking, like I'm not going to sound like dumb when I'm attempting to speak Japanese, because like I know the syllables at least. The problem when most people who aren't big weeaboos try to speak Japanese, the big problem is that they don't know that the languages are fundamentally different, and that like the alphabet is completely different, and you know, like the letters, they don't really have letters over there, they're all syllables. Asmo, hello Asmo, why are you crying emojiing me? Why are you're crying all over the chat? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Hello though, welcome. Yeah, if I could like master any accent, it would probably be I'd want to do like a really good, I would say British, but like there's actually multiple kinds of British accents. So I think the one that I would want to go for would be like, I'm gonna bring up an example, because there's like a very specific there's a very specific video game character. When I think of like a really like, when I think of funny British accents, I think of this one. I mean, maybe it's not funny to most people, but it's funny to me. What is it? Wait, what is this? Hold on. I'm gonna meet this for a second. My Liquid Snake explains Big Chungus. What?
Are you familiar with Big Chungus? Big Chungus? Yes, Big Chungus, the world-renowned meme of an oversized cartoon rabbit.
Yeah, so kind of like that. I don't know why he's explaining Big Chungus, but yeah, exactly like that. That was actually an impersonator, but he sounded exactly like him. Which, the character was a Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1. I have no idea what that's about. Yeah, so many people have gotten his accent down. I mean, this game has been out for like decades now, so like, I would assume there'd be a lot of people wanting to do his accent, because it's honestly so like good. Like, something about his voice is just like so good. Man, if I could do an accent, it would have to be that. Definitely. Okay. Oh gosh. This thing isn't really like good for my throat. The thing that I'm drinking right now. And also I kind of need to pee. Okay. Let me cross out what I've talked about on my giant list of topics. Let's see, I think we talked about Japan. You gonna go eat breakfast? Alright. Have a good breakfast. Eat egg or something. Okay, bye. Eat egg. Oh yeah, it's Easter, right? So eat egg. That's a what do people eat? Other than candy, what would people really eat? You would eat egg? Okay, okay. Eat egg. Oh yeah, Julie, if you're still here, I was talking to... I had a long chat with Soruto because she wanted to practice her English. And after that, in a stream, she asked me what the difference was between the and and I was like, what? Because I never thought about that. Like, how would I actually explain the word the to someone who doesn't know how to explain English? You forgot it was Easter? Yeah. It doesn't feel like Easter to me because I just got home from work. I just got home from work and now I'm just gonna drink and pass out. TBH. And probably sleep through the whole day. Epic. Epic style. Yeah. The way I described it to her was that the is like when you're being specific about something, and then like you say like, you know, the example she gave was like, you know, a pen. So it's like I'll pick up a pen versus I will pick up the pen. When you say the pen, you're talking about like a specific pen. But if you're talking about a pen, when you say a pen, you mean like any pen. So like that's kind of how I explained it to her. I think that's accurate. I just never thought I would, because it's like I would, for whatever reason, I guess I just like assume everybody would automatically know what those words mean, but obviously not, you know. I never thought how I'd actually explain what the actually means, or how to use it. Maybe I'd be a good teacher, I don't know. Kind of don't want to be a teacher. Everyone who goes into teaching, I don't know. Honestly, I only like it because you don't have school tomorrow. Nice. Do I have... God, do I have class tomorrow? I have no idea if I have... Wait, I can probably check my email. I'm not going to do that now. That's too much work. I'd have to like open my school... No, I'm not going to do that. Aw. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I guess, about what kind of streams I want to do. I think in the mornings, I don't know. In the mornings, I only have during the week in the mornings, I only really have like an hour or two to stream. So I wonder what kind of streams would be good for those hours. I'm thinking like chatting streams, or like I like to do streams. Well, recently I've been doing streams where I'm just kind of like doing homework. I don't know how entertaining those are. I feel like they're not very entertaining. Oh, but recently... Oh, shoot. Recently, some of the homework that I was like failing to do, I was trying to do like a theory assignment on stream, like composing a short little thingy. And I wasn't able to, I basically didn't get anywhere on stream, but after that, I you know, obviously I went back to class and I learned a bit more. And then, actually, I think like, I did that stream in the morning, right? So, literally like, right after that, I had to go to class, and and that was the lesson where we learned like how to actually like do what I was trying to do. So like, after that I was able to compose a little something. I mean, it doesn't sound great. It sounds okay. I'm not too happy with it, but it's like, hey, I made a thing. And I feel like making a thing, like a thing as opposed to nothing, is like good. So I'm going to find it and then play it for you all. Okay. I gotta open the studio. Yeah, it took forever to like notate all this by hand, and then I had to manually put it all into like the piano roll, and then I had to, you know, like adjust it because it didn't seem right, or like there was a note that was wrong. It just takes forever. But yeah, this is what it ended up as. So and the instrument is a cello for whatever reason. It's kind of, it ended up lending itself really well to cello because I wanted to do the viola, but like the bass parts are a little too low for it to be a viola section, so it's going to be cellos. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. It sounds very boring. No, I did learn a lot about it, and I actually learned what I did wrong in this specific example, which is why I'm excited to start something again, and this time in a major key, so I actually kind of have an idea of of what I'm doing. I feel like it's hard to like, I don't know. It sounded really good. I mean, the cellos sounded good, but like the actual, it's like the actual like, yeah, I can play the piano version, and you can maybe pick out some that it's not. This is what it sounds like on piano. Though like it doesn't have any. Probably if I like mess with like volume and tempo and stuff like that, because this is just simply like notes. No, not tempo. Well, I could lower or higher the BPM, but I don't think that matters too much. But I think like in this case, I think like loudening or softening some of the chords could be good, but the problem, okay, one of the main problems is that, here, maybe I can share this because I'm actually kind of want to talk about what I learned here because it was really interesting. I will try to change the scene. Boop. Okay. And can I share this, please? There we go. Okay. Just multiply it by a lot. Okay. Oh. Okay, so if you... Wait, where's... Hold on. Hold on a second. Where is my chat window? Where'd it go? Hello? Chat? Where'd you go? Did I accidentally close chat? I think I accidentally closed chat. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Okay, I see you again. The more crying emojis. Okay, I'll put you here. Okay, so like, here's what it looks like. And again, yeah, okay. So the problem here, there's a rule in composing, at least for classical music, that okay, so each of these lines, you can see there's kind of 4 lines here that you can see. And this is called, how would I describe this? Like, this would be 4-part harmony, I guess. I guess you would call this 4-part harmony, where there's 4 voices. They call them voices because, like, if this was, like, sung, you know, it kind of like, they don't have to be sung, they can be played by instruments, but like, you know, singing is just like a form of instrument, so they call them voices. But you've got 4 voices here. You've got the bass. You got the wait, what's after bass? What's the one after bass? I forgot. I forgot the word. I know the bass, and then the one after that one is alto, and then yeah, okay. No, I remember. It's bass, tenor, alto, soprano. In the melody line, so the like, that part, that's the melody, and it's not very complicated. Like, it's just like 3 different notes, and the reason for that is because I kind of messed up, and there's a rule in this kind of style of writing music that, like, the line below whatever line, so if we're talking about the soprano line, then the alto line can't be more than an octave below it. It always has to be like, the space in between these 2 lines always has to be an octave or less. And an octave is just that, basically. So it can't be any, so if I did like, that wouldn't work. That's too far apart. And my problem here is that I accidentally made these 2 lines too far apart. They're too far apart. I made these thinking that, oh, like, having all these lines kind of evenly spaced is probably good, but like, that's not really, depending on what you're doing, that's like, that might not be like the thing to do, you know? And it turns out making these 2 lines so far apart means that I didn't have a lot of room to play with the melody. So like, but this is I'll do this one because wait. See what kind of chord is this? Is this I don't have the staff music on me right now. I have the I can see what kind of chord it is. Hi Mashichu, hello. Happy Easter. And let me see. Okay, it's a 4. It's a so C D E F. That's an F. That is an inverted F chord. And so wait. The inverted F. Why is it? Eh? Did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? Oh wait, no. Did I wait. I'm hold on a second. I'm gonna double checking this real quick. No, yeah, that's what's written, but that would make sense if it was a 7th chord, but it's not a 7th chord. So why do I have a random E in there? I guess like what could it be otherwise? It could be a F. Oh, that does sound better. Oh, maybe I should move all these up kind of then. Wait, but does the spacing error? Is there a spacing error now? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, it's just perfect. Did I actually make a mistake? I think I actually I think I actually just caught my own mistake. Okay, that's funny. So wait, hold on. How much did I move that up by? If I just move all of these up by this much, how does that sound? Hmm. Definitely sounds different. Better maybe? IDK. Hmm. What if I like do a little funny thing here? Ooh. I'm gonna sit here all day. No. Uh, I could make it sound like that, but honestly, this is an assignment, and honestly, like I don't want to. I'm just too lazy to break it into eighth notes, so I'm just gonna keep it quarter notes. So wait, okay, which chord is this on? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 6. That's an inverted 6 chord. the, the captions did not. The captions did not get that word right. Okay. Um. Yeah. What is 6 in this key? It's in C minor. So I mean I don't have the. Okay. I can think of this. I'm smart. I'm smart. It would be an A. Okay. That's an A chord. So okay, A C E. So okay, that could be on E, and that would be a chord tone. Ooh, what if I like how would this sound? That doesn't sound that good. What if I just like nah, it's boring. I'll just keep it there. I think it's better to have less jumping in the first part of the melody, but the ending can be a wait, you know what you're talking about. Hold on. I think it is better to have less jumping in the first part of the melody. The ending can be a variation of the phrase with more movement and it would be interesting. That is very true. Yeah, we just went over like phrases and like periods and stuff like that. We're like that's what we're learning like right about now. So we haven't gotten much practice with that. So but that sounds correct. And I believe you, but I've already written all of this down pretty much. So I will take that into account for next time. You took a few classes in college? All right. I'm only on theory 2 and I'm like halfway through theory 2. The first like theory was literally just like it was all like what's this key signature? So I didn't learn much about composing. But yeah, why did I think that was I don't know. It sounds fun. I'm not trying to sound good. I'm not trying to make it sound good right now. I'm trying to get a grade for it, to be honest. Um. Oh god, I'm gonna have to. Wait, no. I'm not even bothered changing it on this. I'm just gonna change the sheet music version of it. So what is it? It went from an E to an F. Then this note. Did that note change? Yeah. The C went to a. Wait. No, no. Wait, hold on. Hmm? Eh? Why am I doing a double take here? What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, you can't see like you can't see the like the music that I'm referencing, but you just have to take you have to take my word that I know how to read sheet music. Uh, ba 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 ba. I'll turn that back on. Hmm. Okay, wait. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 3. Okay, it goes up. Yeah. And it goes to a F. Okay, so I just have to move every E, one up. And then, and then it goes down to, a C. Wait, no. What does it go down to in the sheet music? Because here it's going down to an E, but what is it going down on here? Oh, it's going down to a D. So that also went up. So I just gotta change these two and make them go one up. I'm just trying to make sure that, because like the what am I trying to say? The requirements of this assignment was like, it was basically just making sure you know how to use chord tones and stuff like that. So like, I'm sticking within those. And yeah, basically. And then what is happening at the end here? Oh, it's the same chord, so that also has to go up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it also went up from an E to an F. Yeah, I do agree. That is a lot of jumps, so I see what you mean. But I'm literally like, I'm over this assignment right now. I want to work on something new. Okay, and the second part, the last 4 measures are pretty much similar. I raise these up by 1. Okay. Okay. Okay, fixed. Okay, using chord tones now. How did I... like, what was I even doing? I don't know. Because I did, like... I kept, like, changing around. I'm like, oh, what about this? I had, like, a completely different, like, chord progression before. And this is kind of not even a chord progression. It's just, like, a bunch of random chords slapped together. Because, it was, like, you have to do it. It was a bunch of, like, random requirements. Like, you have to do it in this key, and you have to... In the 4th measure, you have to have this cadence, and then the 8th measure, you have to enter in this cadence, so it's like... Fine. Oh, it also had to be like, it had to be 2 half notes per measure, but at the end of the phrase or whatever, it's like a whole note, because it's like the exact wording was that on the 4th measure, it had to end with a 5 chord, and on the last measure, it had to end on a 1 chord, so it's like half cadence and then perfect cadence, which I guess makes sense. But it was also like, you know, each measure had to have like, it had to be pretty standardized. No, nothing fancy. But I want to try to make something more fancy schmancy in the future. But yeah, like, provided that I was literally not making anything before, I would say that, like, yeah, whatever, making that is better than continually saying I want to do music and then not doing anything about it, which is what I was doing for years in like high school. And I was just using like excuses like, well, I don't know anything. But it was kind of true as well, because I tried to like, the thing is, I was looking in the wrong places when I was in high school, because I was looking at like those do-it-yourself music producer types. And like, it's like they're a very they're a very trustworthy source for music advice when like they have like their awful like channel intro, and it's like the worst music you've ever heard. And it's like, why did I even bother to stick around or watch this video? That should have told me enough, but you know. Oh well, I learned my lesson. I'm very grateful that cause like traditional learning does like work for me, but I'm always like slightly like in my class, I'm like slightly behind always. Like I'll like basically like by the time it's the time for the test, I've only like absorbed like 3/4 of the information. But then after the test, I catch up on it, and I finally like absorb the entire like chapter or whatever section that we were doing. Then by the time we moved on to the next test, it was like, well, I was catching up with the other one, so I wasn't able to like keep up, and then it's like, again, it's like I've only got 3/4 of the information. It's like, yeah, so just continuously playing catch up. But like at the end of the day, the end product is that I'm eventually learning all these things, which is good. I haven't gotten into any serious roadblocks yet, which is good. But I suspect that might happen soon, because like all this like cadence, period, phrase stuff is like really complicated. But I'm sure I can do it. And I think part of it is just like, I need to like go out and experiment and do more of those, except not for a homework assignment, just doing them on my own. Maybe doing them on stream as well, except every time I do it on stream, it's like I get nothing out. Like I did a few streams where you literally just see me staring at a piano roll. And this was before like I had enough classes to know what I was even doing, so yeah, but I'm afraid of that happening again. But I think it might go a little better now, cause I'd have a point of reference at least. Like I could crack open a textbook and realistically find a place to start. So yeah, I'm not starting from nothing anymore. Thank goodness. But yeah, it's been 3 hours. I might end soon. Honestly, it's been great chatting with everyone. And like, if you're new, hello. It's nice to meet you. But yeah, I think I'll end now. Thank you everyone for coming. What is it? Regular closing shtick. I guess I'll like. Am I lagging? No, it's just the preview lagging. Yeah, I'll do the streamer thing now, and say what is it again? Like follow me on Twitter, follow me on. I was about to say follow me on Instagram. I don't have an Instagram. What am I talking about? Yeah, Twitter, whatever. Subscribe, hit the bell button. I don't know. Oh, I have a Discord. I feel like that. I'm mostly just gonna use it to spam you with with notifications for whenever I go live. So if you want that, you can join that. And under Throne, you can gift me something if you want. Wink wonk, wink wonk. You don't have to though. And you can also ask me an anonymous question. Interesting. With that yeah, that big link in the description there. There's a big section that says links. It has everything there. Okay, I'm gonna go now, I guess. I hope everyone has a great rest of their Easter day, or if it's already the next day for them, then I guess good night, because it's probably late for you in that case. Anyways, yeah, bye!